On to our next slide. Right, 2.1.3 aspects in abbreviation. Okay, you can also form your own abbreviation for just about any word. Okay, for instance, as you all are currently using, it goes the same with me, for myself. For instance, whenever I use WhatsApp application or perhaps texts, SMS, for instance, the word yang, perkataan yang, Y-A-N-G, normally we will use abbreviation form of YG. And for instance, other word in English, welcome, we normally use WC. And thank you, we will never use the full form of the word thank you. We will just use TQ. So it is a free approach. Whenever you understood that particular word, and then you tend to use it in a short form, as long as you understand the word that you are currently make a short form of that particular word. Okay, tak kira apa jua perkataan that you are currently using, yang mana awak gunakan. If let's say you make it a short form, awak buat dia dalam perkataan yang lebih simplify, mudah, as long as you know the meaning. Okay, but as what I have given you the examples before this, it is commonly used by people in form of to simplify the text that you send to other people. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Here are the three ways you can do this. The first one is write just the beginning of a long word. Here are some examples of long words that have been abbreviated by writing just the beginning of the word. So let's take a look at the table given. So it is normally used in the form of, okay, for that word, the abbreviation form will be like this. So let's take a look at it. So this is table 2.1, the word different. We will abbreviate it into DIFF, different, incorporated, INC, elementary, ELEM, molecular, division, div, feminine, population, as in POP, pop, ambiguous. Ambiguous means sama-sama, separate, SAP, hippopotamus, hippo. So it's normal for us to use the word hippopotamus, hippo in a short form, right? So let's take a look at the second approach. Leave out the vowels when writing a word, as in yang, Y-A-N-G, we leave out the word, the vowel A and N, right? So YG is on the left, is only being used. Here are some examples of words that have been abbreviated by leaving out the vowels when writing the word. So as you can see, century, the vowels are being left out. E as well as U. For mountain, O-U-A-I. So MNTN, abbreviation form for mountain. Reason, RSN. Popular, quality, QLCY. Point, PNT. School, SCHL. Clean, CLN. Teacher, TCHR. Progress, PRGRSS. Okay, so we leave out the vowels in that particular word that we want to make a short form of that particular word or phrase. Right? I'll give you time to read and to comprehend this table before we move to our next slide, which is another table, the variety usage of abbreviation. Right, time's up. So let's move on to our third table. For words that have just one syllable, write just the first and last letter of word. So here are some examples of words that have been abbreviated by writing just the first and last letter of the word. Table 2.3, as you can see, first letter Q and the last letter T. Quad, tick, TK, girl, GL, night, and T, link, LK, land, LD, round, RD, pack, PK, fill, FD, and heart, HT. So these are the other method that you can use to make a form of abbreviation. We'll give you time to read again the table and to understand the explanation given. Right? Time. So let's move on to our next slide. Sorry. Okay. So use common abbreviation. Awak gunakan singkatan yang common, yang biasa of words whenever you recognize them. For other words, form abbreviation by using one of the three ways you just learned. Untuk perkataan yang lain, you use the three types, the three methods for you to make a form of abbreviation, untuk membuat perkataan itu lebih ringkas. This is very useful, sangat berguna when you jot down notes, when you take notes from the teacher in class, or perhaps when you write, when you jot down whenever something, for instance like memo, for instance like something which requires you to absorb the info fast or in a quick manner, which later on you will transfer it to perhaps your assignments, or perhaps whenever you do your interview session with other people, other parties outside. So abbreviation is very useful whenever you want to absorb any info immediately in a form of writing. Okay, use the way that best fits the word for which you are writing an abbreviation. So gunakan perkataan, gunakan method or kaedah which is very useful, or perhaps in other words, dalam perkataan yang lain, which is it's easy for you to understand, untuk awak lebih faham whenever you use abbreviation. Okay, sebab it defeats the purpose, tak berguna if let's say the abbreviation form that you are currently using, yang mana singkatan yang awak gunakan itu, perhaps whenever you learn, bila awak belajar nanti, awak sendiri tak faham, you do not understand the abbreviation form that you are currently using, that you have constructed on your own, so it's like it is not useful. Okay, whenever you review your notes, awak review balik nota yang awak buat, but then you don't understand whatever abbreviation form that you have constructed, or you have came up with. So make sure you be extra careful with the words that you're trying to play with, and be extra cautious in order for you whenever you want to construct an abbreviation, so that whenever you review later on, perhaps in 2 or 3 months, whenever you want to review for your final exam, or for your assignment, or perhaps for your research, make sure be extra careful. I remind you again, be extra careful with the abbreviation form that you may come up with, right? So do not try to abbreviate every word you write in your notes. Maksudnya, jangan ringkaskan every single word, setiap perkataan, contohnya in a summary, or perhaps in a text message. Contoh text message awak send, or WhatsApp messages that you send to your groups or individual. Janganlah awak simplify. Do not simplify every single word, because we will tend, the word will be ambiguous. Maksud sama-sama, it is not clear, and perhaps and most likely people will misinterpret. Maksud dia salah tafsir whatever message that you are trying to deliver, right? So abbreviate those words that are important, for which you can quickly form an abbreviation. So it is most useful for you to know that particular word that you want to abbreviate, and you know that it is commonly used, yang mana perkataan itu selalu digunakan students, learners, language users, right?